Becoming a cyber analyst is actually harder than ever. While it's a perfect job for beginners and pays really well with a median entry-level salary of over 80,000 per year, you can often work from home and it's definitely a future-proof career. The problem is that the job market is crowded with new people. And if you just, for example, get the CompTIA security certificate just like everyone else, you'll be competing with a lot of other people. The honest truth is that your chance of becoming a cyber analyst is incredibly slim unless you fix this. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to land a job as a cybersecurity analyst, even if you have no specific prior experience or education. Before we get into it, let's clear up some confusion. Do you need a degree to become a cyber analyst? While it was once essential, today you can get a job even without a degree if you use the right online courses and certifications. The job market has changed for cybersecurity and I'm going to show you how to win. Let's begin. So this is exactly how to become a cyber analyst fast, starting from no experience or education. First, we have to be qualified and we have to be credible. When I say qualified, I mean that you have a basic understanding of cybersecurity. This doesn't mean that you have to be some expert. You can learn many things in your role and you just need the foundational skills. Okay, so how do you know if you're qualified and if you have these skills? I would say that if you feel confident that you know the basics of cybersecurity and that you're someone that's able to learn things quickly and pick up new things on the job, then you're qualified for an entry-level job as a cyber analyst. Some of the most important things you should know are networks, operating systems, and have a strong general IT knowledge. Of course, you must also know some specific security concepts like common threats and how to protect against them. After, you of course need some basic coding skills, and Python is a good option. Eventually, you'll have to work in different programming languages depending on the task, but this is nothing that you should worry about right now. The most important thing is that you know how to learn more stuff, because cybersecurity is constantly changing. You will never be 100% ready, and that's okay. No one expects you to know everything when you're looking for your first cybersecurity job. When you feel like you can do all of these things at a basic level with some guidance, then you are ready to move on to step 2. Step 2 is being credible, because we need to prove ourselves. When somebody's looking at your resume, they don't know you, and if you don't look credible enough on paper, they're never even going to reply. They simply don't have the time or will to take a risk. So what do we have to do? We need a way to quickly show someone looking at a resume that we're credible. And there are 2 different ways that we can do this. And this is where it starts to get really interesting. So the first step is to get a certificate or a degree. This is because it's really helpful having a certain degree in cybersecurity, for example, a degree in computer science, information technology, or a few other fields, and of course, cybersecurity in itself. But the degree is not actually critical anymore, because the real world knowledge that you gain from a certificate or online course like the Google Cybersecurity Analyst Professional Certificate is extremely valuable too. And that's why I highly recommend completing this one. It's pretty new and by Google. You will, for example, learn SQL, Linux, and Python in this course, which are 3 essential skills in cybersecurity, but also a lot of the fundamental theory and how to think and operate like a cybersecurity analyst. And that's a key skill. It takes a certain mindset. Many of the things that you learn in this course will also be helpful when you get other certifications like the CompTIA Security Plus, and people that took the Google Cybersecurity course even get a discount on the CompTIA certificate, so win-win. Now that course is truly amazing, but it's not really enough to land a job as a new cybersecurity analyst. Getting these beginner certifications should only be a part of your journey, and as soon as you understand the fundamentals, you must move on to more advanced certs. And I'm gonna leave a link to some of these in the description that I recommend. That should be enough to get you your first job. Just start applying right away. It's gonna take some time and you will learn from your mistakes and what you need to work on, and that's a way better approach than just getting certificates forever and never moving out to the real job market. Once you have your first entry-level job, the secret to get a high-paying job in cybersecurity is to specialize. This is because cybersecurity is a huge field and there is no way to just know everything. If you try to know everything, you'll end up knowing nothing. So let's specialize. You have a couple of different options here, and of course you want to specialize in what you prefer the most. Here are some of my tips of different subfields in cybersecurity. We have application security, network and infrastructure security, and pen testing. There are many more areas with different roles that focus on different parts of the cybersecurity field. Just start learning, get your first job, and you'll eventually find what you prefer. It's also a great idea to start practicing cybersecurity in a practical way as soon as possible. Some of the websites I recommend for this are TryHackMe or Hack the Box. Here you can engage in real-world cybersecurity scenarios, and you don't have to spend a lot of time on these, but any practice you do is going to be really helpful and will make you feel way more prepared and ready for any interview questions, but also when you actually get to the job, because you actually know how to apply what you learned instead of just having the knowledge in itself. Also, some competitions will even be worth putting on your resume. For example, if you compete in a Capture the Flag competition by Google, which is about different cybersecurity challenges, then you can both win prizes and valuable experience. The winner gets thousands of dollars, and you might win one of these, so that's something to put on your resume right away as well. Even just competing will be a valuable experience that you can showcase in the future. Now for your resume, I would just recommend taking a simple template like this one and filling it out. An education section is good, an experience section, and a skills section. Try to briefly describe the things you learned and not just what you did. That's way more valuable to employers. Optionally, you can summarize your experience, story, career goals, and why you want to become a cyber analyst. Just make sure that your entire resume is tailored to cybersecurity. Do not use the same resume you would use for other jobs. It needs to demonstrate a pure dedication to cybersecurity jobs. No one wants to hire someone that's half dedicated to the field, so you need to be all in with your resume. Getting a job as a cyber analyst is definitely not the easiest task, but with the right strategy, it will pay off. I'm sure that you can do it. Good luck and watch this video next.